underneath.
Yeah,
like,
right.
There we
Yeah.
go. Because that's where they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Good.
Okay. So, what I usually tell people, now my clients usually have a pillow under their neck already, but I tell you we're gonna do side lying demonstration again. We're gonna pick side, any side. You're gonna roll to it and curl up in a ball.
Okay.
Elbows together, knees together.
Okay.
And I hold the sheet just like this because it doesn't matter which way they roll then. So she's rolling
Okay, I
to
still
me.
got that bolster, is that right?
Oh, that's right. I
Or
forgot
do you
to
want,
see all
I
the
just think
bolster.
you wanted that.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My brain's not quite.
No,
engaged.
it's fine. I wasn't sure how you do it.
So now the other thing I do is I'll have you open your knees
Yep.
just a little bit.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna give her just a little bit of that blanket between the knees because a little padding goes a long way. I come from the back. I usually start at the hip. I'm feeling both at the same time. She's got some restrictions there. I often find a lot around this quadratus femoris and this upper hamstring. I'm just doing circular frictioning or with the, with that fascial, I'm sticking to that layer of tissue. So I'm not stretching her skin. If I'm doing this right, I'm not stretching her skin. Kind of leaning into it. I'll listen, follow, add per se. And that's usually about as far as my back likes to go. But I might, check this. However, this is where I usually kind of uncover part of the back. And now I can do this a couple ways. So I'm gonna have one hand on the base of her ribs and one hand on the hip. And my hands are gonna kind of go away. So really I'm pulling back with this one and leaning forward with this one. If that doesn't feel good, like on your wrists, you can also cross arms. That usually works a little better if they're like closer to you though. So you can try either. The other thing I sometimes do is anchor these and then kind of twist my body. So now, yeah, this hand is pulling back and this one kind of goes forward. It's so weird, I just do it. I don't think about it. I'm trying to describe it.
What is it?
What is it? Yeah. So she actually has quite a bit of restriction again.
I have a new injury.
Do you?
Yeah, no, it's fine to work on it. It's just I strained it a little bit yesterday.
Okay.
So that side area, yeah.
So rib 8 on this left side is not happy. I'm gonna put a finger below it and a finger above it. And I'm gonna push it up, push it down. It likes to go down, push it forward, push it back. It's not really excited about either forward or back. It likes down, so we're gonna take it into down. Because you take it in the direction of ease. And that's about as far as it wants to go. Ooh, therapeutic pulse. Just a little one. Starting to come back again. I'm just kind of following it. Where does it want to go? She's taking a deep breath. I'm gonna work with that and push it up. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Moves better. Pretty fast. Still a little sticky there, but better. So I might go all the way up. At this point, if I've gotten the bottom of her ribs unstuck from her hips, which they're really close, then I'm gonna have a hand in front and a hand in back. And I'm gonna try to get into the serratus anterior in the front and just about the edge of the scapula in the back. And I'm just gonna lean forward just a little bit. What we're trying to do is give space in this thoracolumbar fascia, because if the thoracolumbar fascia is tight, let me just give you a visual here. If this is tight, I cannot raise my arm. Do you see how that works? I cannot raise my arm. So that sleeve of fascia kind of works the same in your body. And yes, you could absolutely do this right through the blanket and the sheet if you needed to, or if you had somebody who, you know, you were worried about exposing their chest or something. So I'm just gonna nudge this rib just a little more. I'm pulling back on this hip. That kind of loads it a little more. I'm actually initiating the movement from my right hip. I'm not pushing very hard.
Do you ever release pectoral from this position or no?
I do release pectoral from this position.
Okay.
It's a little different. I'll do a quick
Okay.
demo of that.
Okay.
So for that, I'm going to have you take this top arm, rest it on this hip, under the blanket.
Oh, under.
Under
Gotcha.
the blanket.
I gotcha.
Because then I can wrap the sheet around your chest.
Sure.
And keep your chest
Yep, covered.
covered.
Yep.
Now I've got access to the shoulder and the pecs. This face cradle would not be in my way, but I'm just going to work around it today. Fingers kind of like this. So I'm hooking into anterior deltoid, posterior deltoid. I'm just leaning forward. I do that until it releases. Go down an inch. Just gonna, because you have,
Tank top.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I go down an inch. Now I've got pec minor under my right hand, infraspinatus under my left. Lean forward. Really, it's important to make sure your fingernails are out of the way on this one, because it can feel really pokey. Go down one more. I'm moving my body a little bit, but I'm basically just leaning forward. Now the other thing I'd do is I'd anchor the shoulder down with this top hand, and then I would start with my middle finger, middle knuckle, between the collarbone and the top of the trapezius. I'm going to lean in just a little bit, and I'm going to load down. This hurts a lot if you start moving a lot of skin, so I'm really moving like half an inch at a time. Give them a break. Go just under the collarbone. I'm kind of curling my hand just a little bit that way to stretch. Again, I'm not sliding across the skin. I suppose I might move a little bit, but I'm really trying to not stretch the skin because that doesn't feel good. I try not to do it too long because it's really intense, right? And so if they're like, oh, having a hard time, I say, count backwards from 20. I'll be done before you get to 0. So it's each of these strokes. So now I'm gonna go back again towards the top of the scap. You have to be conscientious that there is, like brachial plexus here. So they might say, oh, my hand's feeling a little numb.
Oh, I'm getting the tingling, but I know what it is, so I'm
Okay,
not worried
yeah.
about it.
Is the top hand just an anchor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am leaning into it. That's mostly to keep her from rolling back.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, stabilizing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've got that scalene.
Now you're using your knuckle?
I am using my middle knuckle
Oh, yeah, okay.
because that's my long one.
Gotcha.
Yep. I'm just leaning down a little bit, kind of curling my hand. That's a tough one, man. Okay. And for fun, sometimes I'll put my knee up on the table so that I'm like right here. I'm going to use this edge of my fingernail as a hook. So it's really important to not let the other edge of the fingernail come in, but I can just by pressing in. Now I've got a really specific little tool, and I can get in there. She's sweating. Do you need a break?
Oh, no, this is a hot flash. Are we having fun yet? They happen a lot.
Sorry, I hear ya. Won't cover your feet.
No, it's fine. Don't worry
So
about
now
it.
that moves a whole lot better. And I might have them, you know, roll to the other side. I hold the
You want me to
blanket
do
in the
it?
sheet, yeah, just
Okay.
for demonstration.
Yeah, sure.
Curl up in a ball.
Yep.
So then I'd work. And then when I was done with that, I'd again hold the blanket in the sheet like a tent, because I can't see a thing.
Yep.
And then you get to roll
Yep.
up onto your
Okay.
stomach. Yep, face down, arms down by
Yep.
your side. If they were having any discomfort here at all, then I have these like little wedges, but you can probably even take a rolled up towel and you
Under the
put
hip,
it
ASIS?
just underneath the
I
ASIS.
do that too. You're the only other person I've ever heard say that.
An inch goes a long,
Long way.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll stop the video.